Hey YouTube family, it's your girl Lovebug here. Today is September 24th, 2019 in Ohio Zone 5/6. I have been tagged by Starduster2 to tell what I've learned in the gardening seasoning of 2019. So that's why I'm here with you today. I learned so many lessons, I wasn't really sure how to narrow it down, so we'll just kind of go through and I'll talk, and once I figure out that I'm done, then I'll be done. So my first lesson that I learned with force was that if you're going to use the back to Eden method in your garden, you need to mulch heavily every year. So last year in this garden that you're looking at, there were no weeds at all, and it was just all the plants that I was growing. And we had no trouble with weeds at all. I had to pick weeds, once a week, and that kept them down, and, pick a couple grass things out, pick weeds out, and it's done. But this year, I put a little bit of mulch down this spring, but not as much as I did the previous year, and the crabgrass came in, and I was keeping up with it for a little while, but then once the temperature started to warm up, it just came in full force, and even though I was out there every day trying to keep it out, it just kept coming. And then I went on vacation and it took over. But I will say that the second lesson that I've learned from that same principle is don't always consider your gardening season to be a failure because of how your garden appears and looks. I was really disappointed with how the weeds came in, and when I just kind of stopped keeping up with it, it got atrocious. But there has been tremendous production out of this garden in spite of the crabgrass coming in, so it has not all been bad. So those are two things that stick out right away about what I learned. I also learned that even though I live in a northern climate, every season is different. So last summer, it was warm last summer, but it was nothing like this summer. This summer, it just almost at times felt like that down south heat that I'm not used to. I'm a northern girl, and I'm used to it being a certain temperature, not getting too hot and all of that. But we've had some serious weather this year, and so that's been one of the things, that every season's going to be different, and you just got to deal with it the best you can and the best you know how. Other than that, I would say that I've learned that I can find peace in my garden. When I'm out here in the garden and dealing with the plants and stuff, I can understand a lot of principles and things that I've been taught throughout my life, and it just brings it to life, and you can actually visualize it and see it, and I find that to be valuable. I also find value in the peace of knowing that when I eat the food that I've grown, I know what's in it. I know that it's not going to contain dangerous chemicals, because I know what has been put into the ground and what kind of surroundings these plants have been raised in. So I know that I'm getting the best quality food for myself and my family that I'm able to get. And that gives me peace of mind. I would just say overall, I've gotten peace from becoming a gardener. I'm the type of girl, I hate bugs and I hate heat. But to me, this gardening thing is worth all of it, and I continue to learn that. I learned it last year, and this year it's just been brought to me even more to my mind that doing this gardening thing, it just gives me a sense of peace. And it helps me like it helps many of you. And so that's all I have for you today. That's what I've learned in the gardening season of 2019. And the season's not fully over, but I'm already planning and thinking about things for next year. All right, that's all I have for you today, YouTube family. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And as always, what are you waiting for? It's time for you to get growing.